Hey people, Injured here, 3v3, Estia Province, blue team. Centzontotochtin with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Alongside, Overtly Gemerous is an Apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura, and rounding off the blue team, Wolfguard as a Farseer, support hero that fights in melee combat, some powerful buffs and control abilities. Who you're facing off against here? It's Steger-7 with an Inquisitor. Might see Hammer of the Witches here. Going for it. Farseer backed off. This is a offensive hero with powerful control abilities. Begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged weapons. Alongside ItsAMeMario is another Apothecary. And we have OceansAteAlaska as a Force Commander. Very good offense. Fights in melee combat. Can also tank, disrupt and support. We have the Lunar Wolves Elite Scheme recolored red to give us some Heresy era Blood Angels. Facing off against that Sorcerer, of course. What are the two Apothecaries up to? Looks like Gemerous has captured this and noded it to annoy the hell out of ItsAMeMario. And now going over here for a 2v1 perhaps. Mario needs to respond. We do have a Sentinel, we have a bunch of Marines and Banshees up here for Wolfguard. Let's see if we can spot where the guide goes from the Farseer. One of her starting abilities, giving 30% more damage and range, although you'll often see it thrown onto Banshees to make them even more dangerous in melee. Not sure what the Inquisitor was up to, or she was capping the power there. Looks like Mario is responding, has some shotgun scouts, which lessens the danger of those Banshees, but he can't do really much here on the flank. It might have been better to back off and present a united front back here. Hammer of the Witches on the Apothecary, and then the Inquisitor gets away. Got some flame attacks up for Gemerous, wants to do some power bashing. Only a node here, but they can get it. Here come the shotgun scouts. They're going to need to run away immediately here. There's the blast. And then, yeah, they got wrecked. They might go down here. If they keep... Oh, they stopped shooting them. They might have been able to wipe them there. But, yeah, in a situation like that, trying to take on two people, as soon as you do the shotgun blast, you need to run. Hard to stand there shooting your shotguns, unfortunately. These guys need to keep backing off until the Banshees turn around. Are they going to kick in on their melee charge? Nope. Turn around and then shoot them. There you go. Apothecary hanging out behind some light cover with his bolt pistol. Throws out the heal and now has a customized Stormbolter. The heal there for the Tactical Marines, although it was a level 1 heal, so it wasn't super strong. They do get a node, and they might even get a decap. This is misplay here from Mario. Nothing you can do about this. They have their aspect. They're going to shout and make you run. Should have backed off the other side of the shot blocker, I think. Shotgun scouts back in play. There's the blast, but then they all get knocked over by a Farseer special attack. Some domino knockback there. So double tax it is for Mario. Oceans going for an assault squad. Looks like the Sorcerer is down on the west side. Has some havocs. Can get jumped, of course. Then counter initiate with the heretics and the CSM. You know, you can throw your CSM into melee with the assault squad. Do some good work, especially with a little bit of support. Good special attack there from the Inquisitor. Banshees need to run. Oh, where are these guys? Oh. Dire Avengers got shot to death over there, getting a decap, I think. But they did get the decap, and they got a bash and a decap there as well. So it has been pretty good pressure from the blue team. Unfortunately for Wolfguard, it cost them a Dire Avenger squad. I don't think they had any upgrades, though. Oh, that's a nasty grenade from Gemerous on these guardsmen. Did it hit the Sentinel as well? Got very low. Heavy weapon squad with that heavy bolter for Steger-7. And more CSM for Centzontotochtin. Still fighting over this west side. Havoc's going for the garrison. Looks like they're going to get it too. Shotgun blast on these aspiring champion heretics, and they are getting wrecked. Battle cry from that Force Commander. Special attacks for the next 10 seconds. And every time he performs one like that, you get a nice 10% damage bonus to these yellow circles here, and it does stack up. You get like a 30% damage bonus if you get 3 attacks, and it's not that difficult to do, especially if something's trying to fight you in melee. Here comes some Tactical Marines. Oh, they're going for a Flamer. Going to mess up these Havocs here. Also helps with power bashing later on. Going to go for the heavy cover. I assume the Flamer can reach that far. Should be able to. These guys don't have a grenade though, and there's for the Emperor. Global ability of the Force Commander. Gives you 25% more damage, and combined with the bonus you already get against garrisoned units with a Flamer, that would have been insanely nasty. No wonder those guys ran the hell away as soon as they saw that buff go down. That was a Purification Rites heal from the Apothecary. Just used it on himself to knock over those fellas and gets the revive. Nicely done by Gemerous. Grenade misses the Marines. They did drop a model though. And here's some support from Mario. And I think red team are going to take the west side here. Not a lot those heretics can do. Or those CSM. And I think Mario needs to get back over because Steger is under pressure from these Guardian Weapon Team guys. Just got Hammer of the Witches on the actual platform there. Here comes some scouts looking for a grenade maybe. These guys should have retreated ages ago. There it is. And they're retreating right into it. Boom. Holy crap. How many models was that? It looked like over 10. That was insane. Not often you see a grenade kill that many models. Look at them. I know they're only guardsmen, but still, they should have retreated way earlier. Really well done by Gemerous. Predicting the path and the retreat there. These guys now going for the VP. Seems to be very good at using their scouts in the 3v3, Gemerous. Seen it in previous casts. The Assault Squad on the way now for Mario. Those guys pretty late in Tier 1. Tier 2 all ready for Wolfguard, and they did replace their Dire Avengers as you can see. But no aspects for these guys. Wraithguard on the way now. Double heavy weapon squad for Steger-7. There's the Exarch for those Dire Avengers. Red team sitting pretty on the west side for now. Meanwhile, east side power bashing on those Dire Avengers. And there's Guide on the Guardian Weapon Team. As you may expect, 30% damage and range on a setup team is pretty damn good. Hammer of the Witches goes up, but might pay for it. Nope, lives. Amazing. Does live. Got a decap, but maybe a bit more power bash and decap the VP. Another push with good results for the blue team. I think the scouts got the VP. Gemerous got nothing else up in Tier 1, I don't think, in terms of units, but did really well. Now goes Tier 2. Did get a bunch of war gear, of course. Upgraded the scouts and got flame attacks. These guys are with a sergeant on the way. Havocs get jumped. And a big old retreat from Centzontotochtin. Did not want to fight two players there. Might have been able to be a little bit more elegant. Backed off and have like a fighting retreat there. But they're safe at least. Here comes overtly Gemerous, but only Marines and an Apothecary. They have their sergeant up. Immediately get jumped. I wonder how well they can fight this off with their sergeant now. And there's the Purification Rites heal. And then those guys got knocked over by another Purification Rites heal. This time from Mario. Something being called in. Probably some more Marines from Gemerous here. Indeed it is. Called in from the global bar. We have a Chaos Dreadnought on the way for Centzontotochtin east side. Wraithguard pushing back the Imperial Guard. Not a lot they can do about it unless this Inquisitor can get into melee with them or something. Look at that. Almost wiped out the guardsman there. Those nasty Wraith Cannons. Do you have any war gear, Miss Farseer? No, you don't. And they make short work of the generators too. Just massive amounts of pressure on the east side. Here comes Mario with an assault squad. Great for helping you counter Wraithguard. A grenade goes in on the Guardian Weapon Team too. It's going to be a big old retreat. Didn't really need to use that jump. Bit of a waste of energy, but it should be okay for the next fight. What's this kicking off? Marines on Marines. Scouts getting wrecked, and scouts go down. Those were OceansAteAlaska scouts. Now get stuck in. Double Sergeant Tactical Marines. The Sergeants are actually pretty good fighters in melee and ranged combat. Their pistols actually do more damage than the other models' bolt guns. Mark of Khorne Dreadnought for Centzontotochtin. Ogrin's on the way for Steger-7. Did Mario just cancel something? I thought I saw something get cancelled there. Devastator's on the way for Oceans. Those Marines aren't going to be able to take that. It's actually a pretty big 2v2 fight here. Doombolts goes flying in. Apothecary just hanging out, providing that healing aura. Good grenade on the Havocs. Should kill at least one model, maybe two. Indeed, it did kill two. Okay, here's the initiation from Mario jumping in the assault squad. Now they run away. They did get a heal there. Would have been a 3v2 fight. These guys need to back away. In fact, 3v1. Because this is all Mario stuff, I think. Where is Oceans? Yeah, we're just coming out of base now, backing away to defend the power. 367 to 445. Blue team take the west side back. This is now Steger-7 able to break out. For I think the first time. They've been pinned back for quite a while. Now they're getting pincered though, potentially, by the Eldar and by this marine stuff. Ogrin's looking for a target, gonna eat a shotgun blast to the face. Look how much damage they've taken already. Those guys have super heavy infantry armor, so they do have some resistance against piercing damage, which is what bolt guns and shotguns do. Powerful in the melee combat with those ripper guns they smack you in the face with. Might see quite a big fight here. Chaos Dreadnought of Centzontotochtin uses the Blood Rage. More damage, more speed, more damage resistance, but you lose control of your Dreadnought and it can turn on allied units. Now it's worn off though. Here we go. What can they do here? Can they get anything onto the Dreadnought? I don't think they can. I don't see any anti-vehicle aside from that melter bomb that just went in. Don't want to fight it in melee though, guys. Just crunching you. Las cannon. There we go. There's some anti-vehicle from Oceans. For the Emperor on them too. So that damage is magnified. Look at that. And because the melter bomb was on it, it was completely stuck in place because its stats with the las cannon snare was then teleported away by Centzontotochtin. Oh, only teleported here though. Only teleported to the sorcerer's corpse. Well, twitching, unconscious body, shall we say. But a Dreadnought went mental and killed some backline stuff there. Should be able to do pretty damn well against a Thunderhammer, which is only a power melee weapon. But here comes potentially another melter bomb. Any of you guys getting a missile launcher or something? Don't think so. Doesn't look like it. There's the other melter. Maybe they can just brute force it with their piercing bolt guns. There we go. Down it goes. Wraithguard getting pushed now. Down goes the Farseer. Tough couple of minutes for the blue team. Red team presenting a pretty powerful united front there. These scouts continue to harass stuff from Overtly. Gemerous does have plasma cannon devastators too. Where are those fellas up? There they are. They're capping that power. They have the Western VP. Two of those blue heroes down. We might see Larimer's Blessing from Overtly. Gemerous, and Armor of the Apothecary is up. What about you, Mario? Nothing else yet? Inquisitor has nothing. Force Commander with Artificer and that Thunderhammer. Picking off in the mid. Little bit of fisticuffs. Still no revive for those guys. Force Commander chasing this marine stuff around, as are the Ogrins. Good jump there. Might lead to a big old retreat from Gemerous. They're getting straight onto the Apothecary. Hammer of the Witches might finish him. There it goes. And it did. Instantly gets... Oh, instantly used Larimer's to get everything, all the heroes back to their bases. So there you go. 367 to 347 on the VPs. Incredibly close. 2-1 for the blue. Red team, though, are flooding towards the west side. Might be able to get it back. Got plasma guns in play from these tactical marines. Well, plasma gun. Singular. Imagine if they all got a plasma gun. Pretty fun, but pretty mental. What's this fella doing? Oh, he's bashing power with his last cannon. Gotta find something to do. Wraithguard have almost leveled. They are heavy infantry, I believe, so these... See ItsAMeMario using the Kraken bolts. Starting ability for tactical marines. Force Commander now doing his disruptive shenanigans with a teleporter pack. Always, it's been a problem. It's been a problem since the original game. The fact that this guy can teleport in and then smack around entire armies with his Thunderhammer. Always something they are trying to tweak and balance, and lots of values have changed across the years. With the cost of things and how much energy it takes to teleport and all that stuff. Stormtrooper squad on the field for Steger-7. I think these days his Thunderhammer special attack just doesn't do that much damage. There you have it. Reduces the effects of the battle cry on allies by 50%. Okay, that's what they did. So his battle cry gets nerfed by the Thunderhammer now. Fair enough. Give up some of that army-wide support for army-wide disruption sometimes. Level 3 Force Commander here, and the Dreadnought of Oceans with an assault cannon. It's taken las cannon shots though from these Markov Tzeentch Havocs who have been dealt with. A flank here though from Overtly Gemerous. Plasma cannon being chased around by an Apothecary, heals himself. The assault cannon barrage is dodged by coming forward, but comes forward into the massive claw of the Dreadnought now. Eldar support. You have a Bright Lance? Nope. Farseer just hanging out. Does have a Fire Prism. That'll do some work. Fire Prism's getting awfully close to things though. Generally you want to keep that thing at maximum range. Meanwhile, Wraithguard getting caught by Ogrins has... I don't think they've realised. There we go. Now they realise. Yeah, Fire Prism taking some hits. Not sure what that hit was. Maybe that was a melter from Oceans. Yeah, look, see how slow it is. It got melted. Still in danger. Now it's got the speed back and it should be able to get away. Stun on the Apothecary, most likely Hammer of the Witches. 300 to 324, still very, very close. Fierce back and forth here. In no lull in the action, really. These double attacks still in play. Need to focus that Apothecary a little bit more. You see the Inquisitor trying to stay on him. And gets rid of him. Fire Prism though is there to help out, as are shotgun scouts. There's the blast on the Force Commander. Didn't knock him over because I think he was in the middle of a special attack there. 286 to 324. What is this? It's Heretics capping. Still fighting over this node. Uh-oh. What? Was that friendly fire? What hit you? Oh, it was these guys. I think at least. Need some repairs now on that Dreadnought. Double cap for the blue team. Leman Russ on the field for Steger-7. And we have Centzontotochtin with a Predator tank. The chaotic variety. The Leman Russ is going to try and hunt down the Fire Prism. Trying to get the Vanquisher Cannon in play. Those guys just messing with the pathing. Looks like he doesn't want to chase, which is fair enough. You can get yourself into all sorts of trouble trying to chase with the vehicle. Blue team capping up the west side again. OceansAteAlaska might double that side now. Level 4 Apothecary for Mario. No mark yet for the Chaos Predator. Las Cannon trying to get shots on infantry, which is not easy. You have the Robes of Torment. There's the Chains of Torment. To try and destroy that central mass with some guns, and it'll stop holding you in place. There's a jump on the Plasma Cannon there, so I'm not sure what they were doing there. Were they able to get a shot? It seems like they were charging up. Apothecary uses the Purification Rites again to knock them away. Nothing yet on this Predator tank in terms of marks. I think it took a Melter Bomb though. 284 to 265. Decent grenade. In fact, helps wipe out the Heretics there. Red team do have the west side back. And Marines will get the wreck point. What is this? A little gathering of Eldar. Sneaky, sneaky anti-armor stormtroopers. And a Land Raider Redeemer on the way for Gemerous. Massive difference in team games. Could be the difference here. Tier 3 for Oceans now. Doesn't have the red for Terminators quite yet. Another Fire Prism for Wolfguard. Might see a big 3v3 fight on the west side, in fact. If Steger shows up, and there they are. Looks like Wolfguard is wary of the Imperial Guard coming in. 2-1 for the red team here. Got Markov Tzeentch CSM now for Centzontotochtin. Those Inferno Bolters doing huge amounts of damage to heavy and super heavy infantry. There's that Force Commander though, teleports in and disrupts both of those squads. Need to try and keep those guys separate. There's an Orbital. An Orbital, I think, from Mario. Caught some good stuff. Almost wiped out those Havocs. Did a lot of damage to the CSM and the Sorcerer. Couldn't quite get a finish on them though. And blue team continue to be strong on the west side against the red. Wraithguard going to get at least one volley on the Leman Russ there. That's pretty good. Ogrin's getting in, but they're taking damage because these guys are using those plasma guns, and then nasty. See a council all of a sudden from Wolfguard catching some stormtroopers, almost wiping them out. Basically a squad of warlocks with power melee weapons that can leap into combat. Did they wipe? I think, yep. Pretty sure those stormtroopers are done for now. Wraithguard with their suppressing wraith cannons, messing up those tactical marines. We have the Redeemer is coming towards the west side-ish. Has a cannon shot. It's the Apothecary. Do you have a mark yet? You have a mark of Nurgle Predator tank. 208 to 265 on the VPs. Did a bit of friendly fire on the Seer Council there. And the Redeemer is taking shots from a Vanquisher Leman Russ. Basically a mobile base now. You see all of this stuff getting health regen from it. You can retreat back to it. You can reinforce off it and even get inside. Down goes the fire prism. That was probably that melter bomb going in. Or maybe the Leman Russ got a shot or two. Yeah, came a strange way, the Land Raider. Should have gone to the west side first and then made its way up. It kind of went through the middle, which allowed it to take a bunch of shots from the Leman Russ there. Now it's relatively safe. You get some repairs. We have a Predator tank from Oceans now. Force Commander is down on the VP. And a Land Raider Redeemer from Mario. But it's the other team that has the Eldritch Storm from Wolfguard. Potentially an Eldritch Storm, not quite yet. There's the Frag Assault. Knocking this guy's off any chance of capping. Down goes the Farseer too. Could be a vital engagement right now. VPs are pretty close. Big armies on the field for most players. Wolfguard having to recover, getting another fire prism. But when you get a D cannon instead, Assault Squad jumping in. You might see them throw their melter and then run away. Oh, they threw the melter on the Mark of Nurgle Predator tank and then they got wiped. Wasn't worth it. See a council on there pouncing. They just tear them apart. But they have, I was going to say, have been able to get on the VP, but Plasma Cannon says no. Another shot. That time went for the Ogrins, but it did scare them off the VP. They're all retreating back to the Land Raider, of course. Sorcerer goes to revive. I don't think that's going to level him. Still has the Robes of Torment. Couldn't quite get the revive anyway. And, oh no, I don't think he's retreating back to the Land Raider. It's a mistake from Centzontotochtin. You need to flag the Land Raider as a retreat point for you to retreat back to it. Tactical Marines for Gemerous, bashing power, it looks like, or something. As soon as that they did it. I wonder if any of these guys will try to concentrate on those central VPs. Looks like Scout's got a decap there and died. And we got some new Scouts now for ItsAMeMario. I wonder if these are the guys that did the decap. Las Cannon. Oh, got a shot there on the Predator tank. Got another one. The Mark of Nurgle Predators are very tough and have melee resistance, but they're not great at taking on other vehicles because their auto cannon gets changed to that Nurgle green crap one. Because Nurgle loves his green crap on the ground. So the Council flee back to the Land Raider. 152 to 252. Opened up a little VP lead here, the red team. But nobody has to contest it. The Assault Squad jumping in from Oceans. They got wrecked. Didn't drop a model though. The Mark of Tzeentch CSM has opened up on them there. They're still both alive, right? Yeah, there's the other ones. Time field into some Wraith Cannon shenanigans from the Wraith Guard. But here comes that Force Commander. Can't knock them over. Wraith Guard are immune to weapon knockback. They're doing a lot of damage with the power melee. Here come the Seer Council. And Oceans needs to run. Oh, might not get away. Got knocked over by the Plasma Cannon. Being meleeed up. Some friendly fire from the Wraith Cannons there. Oceans is Popcat. Got a Whirlwind up. There it is. For that disruption. Just needed to kill one of his own. I think he killed his own scouts, did he? To get some population back. Yeah. We could see Terminators coming in. I can drop assault, that's push. They're talking about assault terminators. Blue team are decapping red team's natural. Look at that. But blue team are going for the contested here with the advanced healing armor of the Apothecary and doing huge amounts of healing there. Level 6 Apothecary, and they get the VP. What was it? It was scouts from Gemerous. Of course it was. Those guys have done so much work. And we got a Baneblade from Steger-7. Didn't even realise. Looks like it's coming towards the west. Kicking off back here. It's been constant action this game. Really high level play, 3v3. 152 to 219 on the VP. Seer Council, did they get away? They did. This model is far enough away, I think, to get out of there. Need to do some reinforcing though. An Imperial Abyss from Centzontotochtin. Ouch. Gonna catch them as they get back to the Land Raider. Holy crap. So much death. That was a really good nuke that completely messed up ItsAMeMario. They only have the Land Raider Redeemer left now. Got some of the Imperial Guard stuff as well, I think. Really good nuke. And there's an Eldritch. Goes for the Baneblade, not for the Land Raider. Baneblade in kind of an awkward position here. So often you'll see it overextended or isolated. And we see that right here. But there's a rocket run from Steger-7. Assault Terminators are in play from Oceans, but look how much damage the red team have taken here. 152 to 188. Got some Terminators also for Mario. That's Doom, it looks like, on the Terminator Assault Squad. Indeed it is, from the Doombringer. Baneblade is still way too far forward for my liking. Needs to be behind your army. I guess that's difficult when you don't have much of an army at the moment. Time field on it. And the Force Squad is trying to tie up these Terminators. Farseer got smacked around. Runs away and does survive. The Land Raiders pushed forward from Mario. I think that's more to help get the cap. That they don't have a lot on the field, the red team. So what they do have needs to be used a little bit more aggressively than normal, maybe. Baneblade needs tons of repairs, so does the Land Raider and the Whirlwind. Can blue team get the VP back though? 146 to 188. Look at this. They can do that. Our Avengers grabbing the natural victory point of the red team. And red team don't have a lot of units to go around and defend multiple areas of the map. Overtly Gemerous takes the opportunity to do a light power bash here. Shuts down the Force Commander with the customized Stormbolter. Briefly at least. And then sprints away with his Arm of the Apothecarian. Almost level 8 this guy. Gets smacked over. That was the 15% knockback chance kicking in there, I believe. 146 to 161. A double cap for the Blues. Can they get a triple? Not quite. They decapped it. But this guy was moving forward to do a frag assault and knock him off it. Red team getting a natural back. Are they going to have time to recover here? Land Raider Phobos on the field from Centzontotochtin, I assume, going to the west side. Is it there already? It is there already. Force Commander continues to be a pain in the arse with this Thunderhammer. And then just ran away, I think. Yep, to get back to the Land Raider there. Plasma Cannon with a Wayward Shot. Sorcerer almost got the cap. Now subjugates some Terminators, gets them into trouble by using their teleport. And they are they going to get away from this? Couldn't quite get the cap though. But I think it was worth it to subjugate the Terminators and do a whole bunch of damage here. Whole bunch of damage. Marcos Inc. CSM. Various other small arms fire. And a las cannon trying to get shots in there too. Only dropped one model though, the Terminators. Rather lucky to do so, I think. Land Raider moved up so they could get inside it quicker. Took some shots doing so. 146 to 139. Look at this. Overtly Gemerous going for a power bash on the eastern side and for the VP. Lehman Russ is there, as is the Baneblade, which has survived. Another Lehman Russ now for Steger-7. I wonder if they're considering the Executioner for that one. Looks like blue team are taking the west side. No, they aren't. The tank on it, but they're not able to take it right now. Maybe the Wraith Guard could, because they won't be knocked over by the Whirlwind, I don't think. Maybe. There's a time field. Wraith Guard are going to go for the VP. 146 to 127. What is this? Dire Avengers really far up. Not sure what they were up to. But the red team are getting their VP back. Overtly Gemerous' scouts. Did they make it out? They did make it out. Oh wait, are these different scouts? I'm not sure. Blue team need to get their own VP back now. Oh, down goes the Land Red Redeemer. The Phobos chased it down. It's a big deal. Red team now look pretty depleted. But they have Terminators on the field. They have a Baneblade on the field. They have Leman Russes on the field. They're not done yet. 146 to 119. I feel like blue team are being a little bit more mobile, which is easier, you know, when you have more units. They're using their unit advantage well. They're not just trying to sit on the west side. Overtly Gemerous is trying to do some work towards the mid and the east. Shutting down the Force Commander there with the full auto. Before he teleports on you at least. And these guys will just retreat back to the Land Raider. Terminators will teleport away. There's the Phobos. Should be able to hit the Terminators relatively well. Terminators are now a medium-sized unit rather than a large unit. So you're not guaranteed to hit them, but you do have more accuracy with your anti-vehicle weapons than you would against regular infantry. We have a 2-to-1 cap for the Blues. Oceans is floating resources like crazy. What are they waiting for? Gonna get some stuff on the field. So does Mario. Did I just hear an Eldritch? No, that was just the Wraith Guard firing, I think. The Phobos is teleported to safety. There we go. Warp is such a great global. Doom up on these assault terminators. There's so much stuff here to shoot them to. See a council chasing also. Surely they're going to drop at least one model. Surely. It is an Executioner Leman Russ. Really good anti-infantry, but down it goes. Got caught by a fire prism. They still haven't dropped a model, these assault terminators. Cyclone missile launcher. Didn't quite hit. Here comes a Baneblade to help out, but a double cap here for the blue team. Demolisher knocks the Farseer off the cap, and she might die. She does die. Let's push. Cap bottom. I will res also, says ItsAMeMario. I think those OceansAteAlaska messages were from a while ago. Red team are getting a natural back, but tough to see them getting back to the west side. They just lost too much. That big nuke, that big Imperial Abyss against Mario really hurt them. And then Oceans had a couple of iffy engagements in a row kind of thing. Set them back. But look at this from the second Assault Terminator squad. And ItsAMeMario's Apothecary is on the VP. Gonna get a 2-to-1. It might be brief, but there is a 2-to-1 for the red team. They're still in this game. Another Land Raider for Mario. Assault squad now for Oceans. So that's what they were saving for. They were waiting for the cooldown of the Terminators so they could get some more Stormtroopers for Steger-7. Starting to even up the battle, you know. Is it too little too late? Lightning Claw Assault Terminators now for OceansAteAlaska. Gonna tear through the CSM so fast. Wow. Those guys are level 4 CSM as well. They almost wiped in seconds. Did manage to get away. Baneblade pushes up. I mean, you've got to give it a go, right? In this situation, you might want to put it a little bit further this way so it's not threatened so much from the west side. Terminators might be able to cap under the fire prism fire there. Can you heal them, Mr. Apothecary? I guess not. Must be on cooldown. They're going for the cap though. There it is. Oh, it's not a heal, it's the advanced healing, which gives you a percentage heal per second. So pretty damn powerful. And they're going to get a double cap here, the red team. Look at this. I thought it was over. Overtly Gemerous has 2 Terminator squads now. One of them with the Cyclone Missile Launcher, the other one with no weapon upgrade. Where's the Land Raider? It's going up the mid from Mario. Phobos is being pushed now by Leman Russ and Baneblade. Taking so much damage. Looks like they don't want to chase it all the way in though. Because there is a las cannon around here somewhere. There it is from Centzontotochtin. Level 3 las cannon. So 107 to 12. A 2-to-1 cap for red team. Still in this game. Blue team are getting a natural back, and they got the west side back as well. What is this? This is overtly Gemerous putting pressure on their natural. So they have a lot to deal with here, the red team. But they're doing a great job with what they have. Land Raider's going to get Eldritched. There it is. Has it dodged it? You know what? Oh, it almost dodged it. Only one of the bolts hit though. So it's disabled, but it didn't take a huge amount of damage. Lightning Claw Terminators. Fighting through this here council. So low though. Trying to get the cap again. It's a single though for blue. Because of this decap from overtly Gemerous. Those heroic scouts, look at them. They got the decap. Double Terminators were there as well, supported by a level 10 Apothecary. Awesome game. Really high level play, I feel like. All the way through the players. Level 4 Sorcerer, level 10 Apothecary from Gemerous, level 7 Farseer. Did a lot of work with the Time Field and the Doom. Level 8 Force Commander. So much smacking around with the hammer, but it wasn't enough. And Mario, level 8 Apothecary, really solid, but just got caught by that nuke. Really well placed by Centzon to catch them retreating back. And a level 5 Inquisitor. Excruciators at the end. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.